The cloud. Have you guys seen Silicon Valley?
Yeah.
Oh
To
yeah.
the cloud.
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's make sure our chat is on. Chat is on. Hey guys, welcome, welcome. I want to see in the chat light up where you guys are from, where you guys are calling in from. Number one, to make sure it works, and then number two, oh, this is everyone. All right, now can you guys put it on? Beauty. Portland, San Francisco, Boulder, Poland,
Poland,
St.
but
Louis,
everywhere.
New York. Patrick, we're in New York. Lisa, we're in New York. Love it. Up north. Amazing, amazing. More people, Upper West Side. I'm in Brooklyn. I heard a really good joke where like it's not like a punchline, but like how if someone is in Brooklyn and you're dating and someone's on like the Upper West or Upper East, that it's actually a long distance relationship. And I've had that in my head forever.
It's like LA too. If you're
Yeah,
like downtown Valley, it doesn't work.
yeah, it just doesn't. All right, we got 41 folks. Keep lighting it up where you guys are calling from. Would love to hear. We love those international ones. Chris, where are you from, by the way?
I'm from New Mexico.
Awesome. Super cool. Love it. Love it. Awesome. Shout out 505.
575. Yeah, they changed the area codes not too long ago.
Oh, wild.
So southern New Mexico is 575, 505s up Albuquerque.
Love it.
Is there a better code to be from? Like, do people clown on people with the 575 or the 505?
I mean, 505, I mean, they always think that's kind of where the capital in Santa Fe and everything is, our district, but like 575 is like the agriculture, blue collar. So there's definitely a distinction, but this is where we grow all the chili that everyone eats in New Mexico. So I think you got to
Yeah,
respect us regardless.
I respect that.
Love it. Do you guys know what a 917 area code is?
No.
It's the infamous one. It's New York City's. But there's also 646 for New York,
Mm.
and everyone makes fun of the 646 number. You really want a 917 number. Apparently, I
Mhm.
heard that people all across the country like get a 917 number because they want people are more likely to pick up if you just call because more
Mhm.
people just recognize the 917 number.
Yeah. All
Amazing.
right.
Throwing gift cards out already. Cool. We got
Yeah.
50. So another minute or two. We will get these ripping. To those who don't know, I'm sure you guys have, probably been on some How We Buys before. We've got Taylor and Sean from Audit, the most legendary UX folks in the game. And Chris, you want to give a light intro while we're bringing more people on?
Yeah, so I'm a customer of Heat Map and Audit,
Ooh.
which is a cool combination. I've seen success. I was struggling with like a 3% conversion rate with my Shopify store. Audit came in, did a redesign, and all of a sudden it felt like black magic was poured onto our Shopify store. And now we're in the top 1% of all Shopify stores in the world. And to kind of like squeeze that extra juice, because we do think about an average about 5% conversion, but obviously we want to get to 6 to 7. So installed heat map, going through the analytics now, seeing kind of where we can kind of squeeze a little bit extra conversion into to it. So, but also what audit taught me whenever because people, definitely DM me, say, hey, can you take a look at our stuff? I always look at what audit kind of taught me to look at and, help people get big wins from there. So,
Also, if you don't follow Chris on LinkedIn, Twitter, he builds everything in public. It's awesome. It's super easy to follow. I would definitely recommend go give him a follow.
Yeah.
yeah, I
Also,
appreciate
from the recent controversy, that was just unsponsored, I'll throw out there.
it.
Yes, completely unsponsored.
Yeah, completely unsponsored.
Unless I get
Uh,
some fresh chili in the mouth.
Too good. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe there's some perks. Awesome. We are at 60 folks. That was the number I wanted before we get started and ripping in. So
Nice.
thumbs up if you guys have been to a How We Buy before. I want to light up this chat. As you guys know, unless I see like 4 or 5 comments, I don't continue, and I will pause what we're doing. Oh, Lewis, welcome. First time, love to see him. First timers, cool, awesome. So rule number one, don't do anything crazy. Rule number two, light up the chat or I'm going to pause it. So love this first time club growing up. This is awesome. Cool. So to those who haven't been here before, my name's Dylan. I'm the founder of heatmap.com. We're the only revenue-based analytics tool. And after that, I'm not going to pitch you literally anything. That's not our vibe. We're here to just give value. Sean, Taylor, you guys want to give a little quick intro?
Sorry, I was on mute. Yeah, I'm Sean, founded Audit with Taylor and another partner about 4 years ago. And as Dylan said in his very nice intro, we do UX, UI design for mostly e-commerce brands focused on conversion. So yeah, we've worked with over 10,000 Shopify brands and including Fresh Chili Co. And as Dylan said, won't see much pitching from us on this call. It's really just, we like jumping in and helping people out and going through as many sites as we can on this call. I think one note that I always try and leave is just because we're not looking at your site, we try to give feedback in the most broad way possible and educational as possible. So it's not specific to that brand or that exact case. So everything we're saying is relevant to you for the most part, regardless of what your site is or what you're selling.
Yep, 100%. Super well said. So yeah, to those who are not, let's go through. Drop some landers, people. Drop some websites. Whoever gets first gets to go right away. Awesome. Desk Nest. Awesome. Congrats. You were the one that made it. And then from there, we usually pick random ones. So I just got this third monitor and it's kind of driving me nuts, but it's kind of awesome. Okay, cool.
There was
So-
one high,
There was a couple up higher up too, Dylan, that we're dropping in. So I don't know if your rules start when you.
Lily Lark and
We got some veterans.
Yeah, Lily Lark.
Let's see.
Lily
Scott
Lark and then
Allen.
that's
Yeah.
Cool. LilyLark.com. Can't find it. Where are we at?
Lily.
Oh, I see. I see you right here. All right. Some did squeak
that.
me, some earliers.
Yeah.
Cool. Rock and roll. Okay, cool. That one is queued up for number two. I did see Yield Desk first. So, we're gonna go through, we're gonna bounce around everyone. That's kind of the way we like to do it. Right when I get on a site, I yell at everyone, and my exact words is, for the love of money, please don't load your pop-ups on first load. Why would I get to a website and want to see this? I have no idea what you sell. So please borderline be ashamed of yourselves. If you have a pop-up, sorry, it's that New York love. Just please wait at least 10 seconds or 50% scroll. It's going to be more qualified. So just please do it. Maybe we look at, ooh, by the way, Sean and Taylor, why don't we save Chris a little bit of a roast for later? That's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. Hey,
So cool.
Dylan, wait, with that pop up too, it's just a general announcement of 20% off all beds.
Yeah.
Would you ever have a pop up announcing that?
I personally would not. So there's the area of three-step pop-ups where typically what's working right now, like back in 2016, the less clicks, the more conversions, but that is completely not true anymore. People want to feel like they're in control here. So that's a very big one. So having actually a yes or a no, it's like, hey, would you like X% off or would you like a certain deal? And they click yes or no. If they click yes or no, that's like a micro commitment that people are more likely to say yes to the next thing. So write yes or no. Then after that, then you have the email, they submit, and then after that have the phone number. That is what I've seen is I actually have my book coming out in October finally called $1 Billion Websites. I have an entire chapter called The Perfect Pop-Up. So that is my formula that I've seen work again and again and again. Chris, if you're not doing that, highly recommend. I'll send a site after.
Thank you.
It's a little odd because I can't right click and inspect.
Yeah, I was having the same issue.
I've
I
had to
didn't
go
know
up to
you
like
turn off.
Yeah, so you can. You pretty much put an overlay on the DOM and then you're not really able to. So let's go through quick on this one because they did do that. So Usually we don't do desktop. I think this is our first time in history of doing a desktop one. So awesome. Sean, why don't you kick it off, good sir?
Okay, so I mean the product image is great for me because it's just clearly shows the product, shows the like size of it really clearly, shows what it's there for, a cat. It shows the connection of the color to the name of the color. I think the very first thing I see is there's no details above the add to cart about the product itself. So what I mean by that is, for instance, my first question I had was, does this rotate? Is this screwed to my desk? Is it clamped on my desk? That's those little things that are gonna give me questions, in my opinion. Let's put them simply above the add to cart. There's also no indication of the price savings. So you do show it. You say was 200, now 159. But Dylan and I and everyone on here always likes to say, don't make customers do math. Just say the percentage, say the dollar savings. And then last thing, even though you say it in the images, it says walnut for the first one. I just renovated a house, so I know what all of these color tones are, for instance, but some people might not know, honestly, the difference between walnut and white oak. Showing those, I think, is helpful, but also there's 2 white oaks and 2 walnuts. So instantly, you've got a user making 4 clicks to figure out what all 4 of these are, when if you visualize them a little bit better, it'd probably be super helpful. Like now that I see duo, it's like, okay, great, there's 2 of them. I don't know if how you would approach that from a variant selector perspective, Dylan. Would you have these separated to be like single nest, double nest, and then have a color selector for each? Like, what would be the best way to segment that so it's visually shown and they don't have to click through all 4 to see that?
Yeah, so typically, there's like so much going on right here within like, I don't know, 200 pixels north. So the first thing that I see here is type and color. Like Sean identified, you're asking them to make 2 decisions at the same time. People
Yeah.
don't like making 2 decisions at a time. So do they want original or walnut? The other thing is original line walnut. I don't know what original is. And walnut, like it seems like original color and walnut color are 2 different ones. So I have no idea. So copywriting is one of the biggest needle movers. Even if you just do type and color, choose single cat or double cat because it is specifically for cats. Like duo, I'd rather it say like 2 cats. So I don't have to think about it. Oh, I have 2 cats, not 1 cat, you know? That's something that would. So Sean, I probably would where you're hinting, be like type, have, 1 cat, 2 cat, or single or
Yeah.
duo, and then have another one choose the color, walnut or oak, and then they can add to cart. It won't add that much vertical space or scroll depth, but that's what's good. So I would definitely
Yeah,
do that. I think Sean, that's a great recommendation.
I think too, because there's only 2 options for each, you could effectively put the options beside the section title, so you could probably do it without gaining any height at all.
I agree. Yeah, and also this price should probably be over here just to save that. So I'd probably take this price. So just like Sean was saying before, there's so much that you guys can take out of this, even if this isn't your website. If you guys have your price like just below, I see maybe like 25% of websites have it. Save yourself the vertical space and just put it right here. Because if you're above the fold, people want to know 3 things. Like, what am I buying visually? How much does it cost? And it's like, like what does it look like? What does it do? How much does it cost? And that's what people want to know right away. And that's why images kind of like these, not testimonials, but like, this is a great shot right here because wouldn't want this as the hero one, but it's still pretty great. So I do like these. I think this is awesome. And also desk nest. I never would have known that I could have a laptop and my cat right here. That's pretty cool, but that's not communicated at all, probably till way down here. So this may be a good image to actually have in the carousel that kind of like visually explains what this thing is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that image with
Mhm.
the girl at her laptop with the cat on the desk.
Yeah, I think that's great because I didn't even realize that was like a value prop here. I just thought it was for a cat to sit in.
The what do you think, Dylan, about, because the single is 159, the duo is 199. Would you treat this almost like CPG where it's you show a per cat price? So it's like one is 100 per cat and then the other one is, or sorry, 200 per cat, and then the duo is whatever, 130 a cat. So you're saving per cat. Or do you think that's overkill for something like this?
I think it's creative, but maybe a little too creative.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Yeah, if there's like, usually I say like the way I do that is like if there's at least three options and if they're buying multiple, because these are two different products, like objectively, it's not like you're buying per, one of these.
Mhm.
I think that that wouldn't be the best option, but that's just my initial thoughts. Taylor, Chris, jump in. What are you feeling? Don't be nice.
I'm just wondering. I'm not a huge cat guy. I like them and everything, but I've never had one. Those look like gigantic cats to me. I don't know if they sleep way smaller, but like if I was that cat, I'd feel like I'd be hanging off. Again, I'm not a cat person, so like I don't know if it fits all cats. Like my auntie had a cat that was like 70 pounds at one point, I think. So it's like, how do you know if it fits? That would be my biggest question, just looking at some of these. But that was just a little remark too. Scott, I wanted to mention if you go to our site and drop in your URL for a free trial, we can have our team mock up a section redesign of this. Can I show you how we do it?
For the
We can
buy
talk
box.
about it. Yeah.
Love it. Okay, cool. I think we're pretty good here. Let's just keep ripping. Ooh, big problem here. On these upsells, this shows one, two, three, four. I don't know if this is the quantity of them. I
Yeah.
would probably just have a little plus sign, and I guarantee your AOV will go up.
What
Is
happens when you
it
click
like
that?
this?
Oh, they're links.
Yeah, they're links. No, double problem.
Yeah.
If I click this, it should go to the link, but if I just click like this should just be a little plus sign and add straight to cart. There's no downside because these are all really cheap compared to the base product. So that's good. Like I like these selections as the upsells, but you need to work on the UX. If anything, maybe if you do that free thing with audit, like changing this guy around might be a good option.
Mhm.
Yeah, another thing I'm kind of seeing too is like, okay, high AOV, like what is like any money back guarantee? Is there any kind of guarantee here that if I don't like it or if my cat doesn't fit, you know, um, do we have that? We have 100% guarantee
Best
quality,
price guarantee. Yeah,
best price, but what about a money back or what's the refund policy?
Yeah, I also don't love these. These are really complicated like that. Like I'm trying to buy for my cat to get comfortable. I'm not trying to be an architect, you know?
That helps me with the sizing though, for sure. For if I got a fat cat,
That's a good one.
measure them up.
Awesome. I feel like we Lily Lark, I'm gonna pull them up. So to whoever was with Desk Nest, we hope that was useful. If you need anything, feel free to email either of us after. We will give you guys some raw loving feedback. Do we want to choose different page than a homepage team?
I think we can go homepage. That was the shop page we were on last time, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
true. You're right. I'm a dummy. All right. Ooh, okay. No bueno. No, thank you. Taylor, why don't you kick it off?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to see what I'm not exactly sure what they sell, obviously. I get it if I read
Mhm.
that lower down. There's a lot going on in the photo. Also, the fan, like there's a bunch of different things I could think that is being sold here, obviously, but I would just make it a little more clear. I think there could be a better picture of the actual umbrella. Um, it's just a little, it may be because of the mobile view too, but it's just a little, it doesn't, it's just too lifestyle-y, if that makes sense. It's like, oh, this is a cool photo, but it doesn't really showcase the products that we sell well enough. Um, I would probably change where that copy is as well. I think you can move that up onto the image, make the image bigger, y- get a little more punchy with that as well. UPF 50 fine art, bamboo parasols and fans. It's just a little too in your face. I don't see any social proof right off the bat either. You got to remember a lot. What is it? 20 to 50% of people drop off after first scroll with all your heat map data.
Yep.
So if we're not getting across kind of like what we have here, people trust us, anything more about it, then there's a high chance you're going to get a lot more people bouncing from this first image.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was a clothing brand when we landed on it.
Yeah, so there's a big one, and I like to say this one a lot, where agreeing with the team here. So this is your hero image. The reason it's called a hero image is that your product has to be the hero of the image. In this image, the model takes up like more than 50% of the space. And this is just a little bit. You could be selling this necklace, you could be selling this shirt, you could be selling like something in the hair. It looks like more of a model than the parasol. And by the way, it's not a fan, it's a parasol, Taylor.
That's what I didn't. That's what I was scared to say because I don't actually know what the hell a parasol is.
This is
So
the parasol.
now I know. So I'm sure
Now
there's
you
some other
know.
people out there that maybe don't know what it is, but
Yeah. So I'm sure they have a bunch of different products. So number one, you have the search here. It's a little bit of a CRO sin to not have a search icon in your header. You're just losing money. Another one here, font size. You hear me say this all the time if you ever heard me talk. Never, ever, ever, in forever's never have text less than a 12-point font, typically 14, but this is impossible to read. Like I'm not too far from my laptop and I still can't even read this.
Mhm.
So guaranteed win across your whole website. You guys don't even need to split test this. I will give you an Amazon gift card. If it doesn't work, make all your text that is below 12-point font, 12-point font. And also, if you really want to do it, go for it for 14-point font across your whole site. Because a lot, like most Americans don't have, I mean, assuming America is the demo, but most humans don't have great vision, especially up close. So this looks impossible to read. I think this right here is probably not much bigger. Okay, that's 12-point font. Bump that to 14. That's a big one. So that's all super cool. Um,
One,
yeah, I think that's it. Who else is feeling inspired?
one comment on the top there, I think whether, obviously try and get the product as a more focal point on the image, but one thing that stands out to me is once I click through to the products, the parasols aren't like, they're probably very, very high quality, so they're not super cheap. So instead of having them get that sticker shock when they do click through there, I would probably call out a few more elements that make it high value, like it's hand glued, it's fabric, right? Like, I don't know. All I know for parasol is the ones in cocktails, which are thin paper, right? Like I don't know what this is made of. I would highlight some of the things that make it unique and handcrafted, for instance, that are gonna reduce price sensitivity. And then at the very top, Dylan, where they say shop now, I just always I want actions to be direct and clear, right? I don't know if I'm going to shop all products. Am I shopping parasols and you have other categories? Am I shopping that parasol, just that design? And if I don't like that design, I'm not going to click it. Just be clear what exactly they're going to shop.
Yep, I love it. Like a CTA is like if you read your CTAs and you wouldn't say it out loud to someone, it's bad CTA text. And everyone like CR always makes fun of, oh, you're just gonna change my like, button text or color. I've seen some wild CRO improvements just by changing those. So don't
Mhm.
sleep on them. Let's go and take a look at like a navigation. Chris, why don't you kick that off and then we'll go and look at the next one.
Yeah, so kind of going back like Lily Lark versus Lark, I mean, here I don't really know still what I'm kind of looking at, or I think maybe a little bit more clearer terms of what the actual product is versus like the name is there. And then also too, going back to just the homepage too, like I just wanted to see more user generated content, like people who are using it, like because I think just kind of that social proof kind of helps out a lot. Um, and then let's see here.
with that too, Chris, the thing with user generated content, a lot of folks think they just have to plug something in that just feeds everything that anybody posts. Never
Right.
do that, just because you
Okay.
can't curate that content and you never know what people are going to post or what your
Right.
product is going to look like. So make sure that you're curating that UGC because it's really powerful when done right, especially
Hmm.
with like a beautiful product like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very visual. One thing that I've been noticing as a trend across like over 1,000 heat map customers, people putting images in their navigation is great. I would spread the navigation all the way across and have room for images. So I was never typically, I think Sean, you and I early on in these phases would usually battle back and forth of like, you say have images there, I said don't. I think I might have crossed to your side where I've just been seeing trend data, especially on heat maps. Like, let's say there was an image here and then press was over here. I actually see just as many clicks on the actual images themselves versus the actual menu items. That's been something that's really interesting that I've seen. So that's kind of like a recent development for me. I've kind of crossed over to the other side that most of our big brands are doing that. One other thing, everyone here, please take away, go pull up your phone, look at your website. I will guarantee most of you don't do it. Put some social proof right here, even if it's just a text-based testimonial. Chris, I'm curious if you even have it on your site. I'd imagine
No, I don't. I'm
it's
pulling it
a
up
free
right
piece of
now.
real estate. Put social proof right here. Just think of how many click
Yeah.
to navigation. I have data that it's actually the second most clicked element across an entire website is navigation. Kind of makes sense, but anything behind search. Search is the most clicked. Second most clicked is navigation because people are trying to look around.
Yeah.
So put a free
Need it.
social proof right here, just like a good text base, make it kind of nicely designed, and thank us later. And thank you for coming to How We Buy. So that's been a good one. Anything else we want to add in here, or we feel like we ripped this pretty good?
Looks good. This one.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. I'm gonna go to one straight in the middle. Super cubes with soup. Amazing. I love it. What a product. That is awesome. Beauty. Okay, cool. Let's go to PDP. Or collections page? Yeah, let's take a look. Okay. No bueno. You guys heard it already. And I love super excited. That's awesome. It's pretty funny. Um, Chris, why don't you kick it off, good sir?
Yeah, so definitely kind of first reactions here is like I love seeing like the essential set in a collection, but I definitely want to see like the types of food that might be most popular with it as well. And going back to what you were saying about like social proof, just seeing some reviews here would be kind of nice to see right off the bat. I know we may have seen some on the homepage, but seeing them just underneath the product title along with the price would be great. Um, and then yeah, I mean, I think like yes, I understand, I get it, but I definitely want to get inspiration of like their recipes and what type of foods and what type of like um, you know other applications for kids, going to school or like your husband who works at a construction site. I think I'd like to see a little bit of that lifestyle in
Well,
there.
Chris, don't forget this is denoted as a collections page.
Right, right.
So, Sean, I want you to make a ripper because I'm sure you and I are on the very much same page. Uh, that this
Uh,
is supposed to be a collections page.
Yeah, I think it's totally fine to position your sets first, and if you really want, did you click shop all? Is this technically all?
Yeah, this is all, but you can
Yeah.
see different
It's
formats.
tough when you segment them this way because this isn't necessarily how people shop when they're shopping all. So I probably wouldn't lead off with product cards that are going to be hidden off screen. Generally, if something's hidden off screen, it's going to get seen and clicked a lot less. So what you're telling me by putting this here is that these are really important, but then you're hiding 75% of them off screen. So that's probably issue one. I think putting them into headings like this it's not a terrible option, but you're probably going to want to have better filtering than just these tabs at the top, I think, if you're going to do it that way. But I personally would just have all my products there, probably going from best sellers down. I don't know how you would position this, Dylan, because I mean, it's essentially all the same product, different formats, different sets, stuff like that.
Yep. So collections pages, to everyone here, this should be the most boring, objectively simple page on your website.
Mm.
If you try getting creative on a collections page whatsoever, you're shooting yourself in the foot. It's not great. So I do always recommend one good thing here. a lot of people don't often have like a sub headline on a collections page. It's actually great because you get to sell them, get a little more excited, you know, reduce food waste, save money, save time. That's great because now I'm jumping into Supercube's collection. That also collection, I would have this treat this as like a very intentional headline. It's very important. So here too, I would like stack these up because you guys have so much over here that I can't even like scroll to. And what you guys are doing anyways here is this just scrolls me down further on the page. So if I was interested in these things, I would probably test ditching these, right?
Dylan, what is do you know like the ratio of people scrolling left to right versus up and down in these scenarios?
Um, Sean said it before where people don't really scroll left or right. Like it's a lot
Mhm.
more work, right? And like you just clicked shop all, right? So you can go into these, but effectively this is all they should look like. Like this whole
Mhm.
blue essential sets, you don't want them off the page. Maybe you have like 1, 2, and 3. Like honestly, I've never seen a collections page before that has different visual treatment for this versus the rest of the products. Because it kind
Mm.
of makes me feel like crap about like buying these products. Like I understand these are probably your higher AOVs, you want to drive people to it, but if people feel bad, it doesn't always mean you make more money, right?
Mm.
Like, you know, even though these are lower AOV, I'd rather someone buy something. So these I would probably like, you know, take a look into this bestsellers. You know, you got that, you got Supercube sets, you got Supercubes trays, you've got each of these. That everything here is exactly how it should be. The rule on collections pages that me and Sean and Taylor say all the time, you always want a 2x2 grid. You never want one that spans the whole screen. And there's also this odd motion right here. None of your others have motion in them. So I'm looking at this. I first land here. This is annoying me. This is distracting me from going in and buying. So if all of them have motion, that would be kind of crazy, but I never really see on collections pages. The only time I see it is on hover. It's like if you hover over something, maybe a second image comes up, but other than that, really no motion on collections pages. I've never really seen it. And typically when I haven't seen something, that means it's not good, right? Like there's places you want to innovate, places you don't want to innovate. If it's something on a website that you've never seen before, there's probably a reason why 20 million e-commerce websites before you have never done something. Probably a
It's
reason for that.
also your goal is to get them to the product page with this page. It's not to sell them, and I'm assuming they wanted to give this more of a highlight, bigger because there's more product in it, and it doesn't matter. Like you want to get them to the product page. They're not going to make their decision necessarily here most times.
Yeah, and I think in this case in particular, like there's actually not a ton of products. There's a lot of brands we deal with where there's hundreds and hundreds of products. And if you're in the shop all, they actually don't even take you to products. They take you to, it's like a first step of picking a collection. Then you're in a collection of products. And in this case, there's just not enough products. I would probably change those tabs at the top or those little buttons to just say all, which is where they are, and it's selected, right? That's the other issue here is none of these show selected. So I would have one that's all, and that's where they are. I wouldn't say Supercube sets. I would just say sets and show the savings they get from sets. And then I would have singles. And all three of those can fit. There's no side scroll. And then I would just show all the products in rows of 2, like Dylan's saying. And I would just pre-sort it by bestsellers. So when they land on all, yeah, the bestsellers are at the top anyway, and you've got them all there. And if they want to filter to just sets or just singles, they can. But that's all I would do. And I wouldn't even give them a tab to look at the other crap at the bottom, like tape and pens. Like those are add-ons. We don't really want them clicking and buying those.
Fully agree. Okay, cool. I think we gave this one enough love. We tend to go on for too long. I see Good Life Bean. You are next. Another one that won't let me. Let's go into tools. More tools. Developer tools. There we go. Okay. We've done collection. We've done homepage. Let's go to, wow, that's a lot of clicks. This is still a collection. I can't even get to a product page from here. Oh, interesting. Okay. Let's choose one of these guys. Okay. Who's feeling inspired?
Yeah, so I mean, kind of initially, I think on the homepage it said hug, it was talking about hugs, and now I'm seeing it in a hand. I mean, I think I'd rather see someone like if the tagline's a hug, like someone hugging it. And also see like, what is the actual size of it? The hand helps, but if it's really meant to hug, I think I'd like to see more images of that.
Fully agree. Um, yeah, couldn't
Slow
agree
down,
more. So
I think
starting,
slow down
yeah,
a
go
bit.
for it, Taylor.
just can you scroll through the, are those the only three product images there?
There's a couple, but they all pretty much look the same.
So I think just I caught a little bit of that homepage copy underneath, but I think
Mhm.
it's pushing kind of like helping, helping kids with like some sort of issues too with, like touch and feel, like helping with
Mhm.
anxiety, those sorts of things, which I think is pretty cool. Improve sleep. Within your product image carousel, you don't need to just have pictures of the plushie. It can be a little, with your brand letters or icons, what it helps with, right? Like selling some of the stuff around because my kid has a ton of these and they love them, but you can get them everywhere. I think just like even those kind of 4 points there, I think one of the points that it helps with these things is also going to add a little more value to the product than just being a kind of like a stuffy or a plushie. So in that product image carousel, you can have like a page that has little cute, whatever it is, illustrations or whatever of what it kind of helps with as well. And anything you want to push down people's throats, put it in your product image carousel because most people are shopping through images now just because we're so Amazon trained that
Right.
those three images or if they're all the same, just like front, side, back, that's it. Somebody hugging it, there's so much more space for whether it's UGC content, testimonials, UVPs of your product within there, guarantees, any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, one thing I'd like to call out too, just on the header, we have a free mug, and again, if I'm looking for this, I'm not really looking for a mug. That's not going to really get me to convert. I think we all have enough mugs in our cabinets, and so, I would if you're going to do like anything there, make it align with your product as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's so many options for this space of just like I can't even explain how many of these my kids have, but like just like there's 10-cent ones you can get made that are just like a keychain size stuffy that's like, oh yeah, spend $100, get one of those. I totally agree. I think that would feel a lot more relevant. I think the big thing for me here is the product images. A lot of them are just superfluous. There's no like none of them tell me additional information about the product. You could easily have the first product. The rest are just totally pointless. They don't tell me anything extra, right? That's the only one I needed to see based on
Mhm.
the. And then as you scroll down, I think one of the biggest issues with brands like this that comes in frequently is whenever they have products that only have one variant, they leave their variants showing. And if you only have one variant, it's not a variant. So don't make it feel clickable. Those can both be deleted. They don't even need to exist. They just delete. Same with the quantity selector, unless you're going to say, hey, buy one and it's 40, or sorry, buy one and it's $34, buy two and they're $30 each, buy three and they're 25 each. That quantity selector is probably best off in the cart. Also, you're giving them the benefit of saying shipping is free. Don't link them to it. You've already got them excited by saying it's free. Don't give them a link. Like if they're in the one state you don't ship to, let them find out in checkout. Don't push them onto a different page for shipping. And then I don't know, me personally, I don't know if you agree with this, Dylan, but I hate wish lists. I think it's just a
yeah,
functionality that just everyone has it because Shopify offers it, but it's just to me, it's just another place to go where I don't spend money. It's the cart that I walk around the store with and then I never buy.
yeah, so agreed on everything there. We all love Shopify. Shopify has grown our industry. They have made it super possible that we are even on a phone call like this. And
But
there's a lot of things in Shopify templates. Honestly, I've been considering like making some templates to be honest, just to give to people where they're not super optimized. I don't know why people like, I don't know why pretty much every Shopify theme has this tax included, shipping is free. Just go and delete that. If anyone on this call has that, go and delete it. Because why would you want someone on this page versus a page where they can click add to cart, right? maybe, just delete this, right? They'll figure it out later. Like push them
Put
down
it
the
underneath
funnel so
the
you
add to
don't
cart and don't make
exclude
it
people.
clickable. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that's number one. Number two, definitely get rid of these quantity selectors. If anyone here has quantity selectors, please run a split test and remove it. I, in a year and a half of running heat map, have never seen revenue per click on quantity selectors be higher than the page average, meaning they're driving down revenue. Never once. I always recommend removing quantity selectors. This size chart, just because I've seen it so many times, this is a Shopify default. Your size chart should probably be up here, right? Just like I was saying with that price, I would put size chart up here and it saves you more room to get to your add to cart, and you have the wish list, and you have the same color for all of these. You guys have to have some contrast here. This pink here, this pink, this pink, this pink, this pink, this pink, like there's just too much, right? So I saw Kimberly did just ask, what if someone wants to order more than one? What almost always happens is you go here and it's been
Is this a
added to
is this a
cart.
pop-up? Is this a pre-upsell pop-up before getting to cart?
Yeah, I want to check out right here. I don't know.
Yeah, I would delete that and leave
Whoa,
the
that's
upsell for the
confusing.
cart.
So, this right here is where people buy more than one. There's a tremendous trend. I've watched it. Looks like that's not even working. So there's a bug to go fix on your site.
Wait, though, is that adding more of this upsell or adding more of the one in cart?
Yeah, that needs to be reorganized.
Yeah, I know we don't pitch, but to Good Life Bean, I think you guys need a good audit cleanup. There's a lot here. We can keep grilling, but I think we should
What,
move on. We've given a
just
lot.
wait, one question Jackie had around the wish list. What if you could retarget to those items in their wish list? I mean, I think the functionality of wish lists, I'm not 100% against. There's scenarios where it makes sense. The issue on this page in particular, if you scroll down, Dylan, is that you've got them to the final phase, right? And every other site, there's one action to take. Add this to cart or walk away. Instead, this site gives them 3 actions to take. Add to cart, add to wish list, or look at my wish list. So it's kind of like you got to the till at a store and the person at the till is like, do you really want to buy this? Or do you want me to, I'm going to hold it for you. I'm going to put it in the back. And next time you come to the store, I'll show it to you and you decide if you want to buy it. Like, just fucking shoot your conversion rate in the head. It's just, you're giving them a complete out from buying it and a safe space. And it's just, for a stuffed animal, like I just don't see the value. I don't see the point in ruining that singular purchase experience with other decisions, if that makes sense.
And
Yes,
I
yeah,
can't even buy right now. I added to cart. I can't buy, and then I have to click X. Like there should at least be a buy now button. That'll shoot your performance up.
yeah, if you're don't try to upsell when somebody's already clicked, like already's on the way to the cart. Wait till they get to the cart because it's just another click that you could lose them at. I know it's an upsell in there, but yeah, just do it at a different time.
Cool. Rock and roll. Good work, team. I see Omnilo. Let's see. Nature City. Yeah, I want to take a look at a product page. Ah, supplements, my favorite. Ooh, fun, fun. Okay, cool, cool. Chris, why don't you kick this one off?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going to be wanting to scroll right at this point um, on the carousels, but there's a pop-up. I think kind of like you were saying earlier, I think, we could go a little bit bigger on the font um, as well. Not there, but underneath, yeah, of where the made with organic aloe, um, like that really is important to me. I think going back to like how products are made, what they're made from, is really important to educate right off the bat. Um, what happens when you scroll right or click right on that? Yeah,
Yeah, there's no buttons here. There should definitely be like
so
a
you
button.
have to kind of.
Yeah, I guess you have to click this. Yeah, no.
That's
That's
what yeah, that's what I was saying. That was my first thing is like the friction there. So yeah, I think you're gonna kind of people are I think are gonna like you were saying earlier, they're really trained to look at carousels right off the bat. And even from like the heat maps that have been on my website, the carousels are just get it looks like someone just took a machine gun to them, right? And like, so, but I think the education here is really good. The main benefits, was there like any money back guarantee there as well too? All this information is great though. I like the comparison. I like the testimonials, what's inside. That's good. But I think kind of like customer service number, customer service email, and kind of like what type of guarantee they have would help on the carousel there.
I agree. Yeah. Overall good images. I delete this guy. Like this is so small. You can't read this, you know.
Robert, yeah.
But these other ones, really good. I've got a lot of experience with supplements. Most people don't have supplement facts. That's amazing. Also, the fact that you guys don't have a ton of sugar and BS in
Mhm.
it is really great. So it's actually funny enough to be a value add, funny enough. So let's go through this. I know we spend too much
Sean,
time loving
hey,
everything.
real quick, Sean, you want to go through because like there's no image tiles, and I'm guessing they're trying to save space. But the way that True Aloe made with organic aloe vera is like you're stacking like 5 lines of text there. That just that being redesigned by a designer that knows what they're doing, you're gonna just free up a lot more space and let it
Yeah,
read easily. But like centering it is a little rough.
I think, yeah, there's a few things there. I think the first one is you say True Aloe's on the bottle, right? The bottle actually clearly outlines made with organic aloe vera. Then you say True Aloe made with that organic aloe vera as the subheading under the title. And then the first line of your description is high potency made with certified organic. So it's like, okay, we fucking get it. Like it's organic aloe vera. I would say it once. You could save some space there. It probably doesn't need to be under the product title, or if it is under the product title, remove it from that secondary content. I would probably use that paragraph text that, if you scroll down a bit, Dylan, use that paragraph text to communicate benefits. People maybe don't know the benefits of taking aloe vera this way. I personally don't. But yeah, to Taylor's point, in that carousel, there's very few scenarios where you should have anything bigger than a square aspect ratio for your images because it takes up vertical space. Unless you're a fashion brand that's trying to show a beautiful long dress and the shoes or something, I don't need a vertical image, like a portrait image crop to show a bottle of aloe vera, right? Like you could argue this could be landscape and be even tighter. That'll open up room for image thumbnails if you want to test that. I would test it. And then on the buy box, in stock and ready to ship, I love calling that out. I would probably put it under the add to cart or above the add to cart though, not up there. I would also probably call out the price per serving. So I'm going to get, oh, you're calling price per bottle. So it's one bottle
Yeah, well, it's showing the price per bottle,
and
but
a
it's
bottle
also
is
showing
120. So
total.
yeah, this would be like 20 cents a serving. I would call that out. I would also be a lot louder with the saving options, right? Like the second one is say 15%, but it just kind of blends into the rest of the text.
Change the color. What would you do there?
Yeah, I'd put a color behind it. To Dylan's point, one thing you're always trying to do here is a lot of brands kind of have their color and then they just lean into that color for everything, which feels very on brand and it feels consistent. But when it comes time to give them a primary action, like an add to cart, it just kind of blends into the page, right? So you want to find other colors you can use. And maybe they're not brand colors even necessarily. They're more theme colors or secondary, tertiary colors you have that are just for your digital ecosystem. But yeah, I would have a colored tag behind it or even drag it out of that heading as a secondary placement and have a little pill on the right top right of that. Anything to just make it pop a little bit more. Dylan might agree with this. I would probably default this subscribe as well. It's also odd because they title these in different ways. The first one is titled as the frequency and the second one is titled as the savings. It should actually be one-time
Yeah,
purchase.
it doesn't say like
Yeah,
subscribe right here. You got to call it out
it should
loud.
say subscribe and say 15% and free shipping. You could probably fit it all there.
Hmm.
But yeah, overall, there's lots of great stuff here. It's just that we're nitpicking. That's literally why we're here. So,
Well,
But
I
this is one of
haven't
those.
had my hand on this yet.
This is
yeah,
one of those product pages though that it like a lot of the sites we work on, most of the information that you need is there. It's just designed poorly. The content hierarchy is wrong. It's on the wrong page. You're asking for things too early. So all it takes is just like taking this and having somebody understand highest percentage of traffic, where are they going to see, what information are you giving people at what point in the customer journey, It's just a fresh perspective is nice because it's really hard for whoever owns this brand to like back away from this and understand how people are coming into this. Even if you have heat map, you know, installed on your site, as much as that helps.
All right, Supplement King, give us your rundown.
All right, you're ready. So first thing, this is supplements, but this also applies to anything with with like an AOV or base unit product, not AOV, but base unit product below 30 bucks. Think of supplements and that. And Chris, what's your base base package?
Yeah,
Or base
1095 a jar.
1095. Cool. You should be doing this very similarly.
Okay.
And do you do subscriptions?
Yes, and memberships.
Oh, heck yeah. Well, that's a lot. So we'll go through it. So here you have three giant decisions. So if you think about it, like first off, the subscription option by default doesn't have days. So if I'm here now, I'm choosing 1, 3, 6, 9, and a frequency in which I want it. And if I want to just buy them right now and what the price is right here, this is so confusing. And then there's these product benefits as a hyperlink without a little carrot of a drop down. I thought these were going to bring me to a different page. That's usually what these do, right? So you got to either simplify it. I would probably ditch this quantity selector, and inside this subscription, you can, you know, 1 every 30, 2 every 60, 3 every 90, you know, 6 every 180. And I would really go ahead and simplify it. Like, obviously, I don't have your guys' data. I would need either not a pitch, but like I would need to see your heat map data, or I would at least need to see like your bulk purchase order to see like where. One thing that if you guys do, I've wanted to add the feature to heat map, it would be so badass, but there's actually a curvature chart of your AOV, meaning your most people just look, oh, did my AOV go up or down? But there's like a median average order value. What is the most frequent average order value? The lower it is, are a lot of people buying at like 25, not many buying at 30, a lot buying at 40. Like having that as each as a bar chart of like $5 in your AOV is something that's massively useful. You can build it in Google Data Studio for free, something I highly recommend. So we need to simplify this a ton. And this also annoys me. This is like a 2016 tactic. Don't be using 2016 tactics, team. Like, just have the button here. It's not really going to change it. And then this extra box around it, I'd also ditch that too. There's just so much going on. Last one I'll give here, light up in the chat. I want at least 2 people here who has subscriptions on their site. Come on, chat. I believe in you guys. Amelia, thank you. Anelia, nice, similar. Okay. Of all you people there that just commented, do you have value propositions in your dropdown? I'm going to see a couple no's here. If I see yeses, I'm going to be pretty excited. Cool, just the discount, right? Discounts are not enough of a motivation for people to make a long-term commitment. So what I always recommend doing is having value propositions in here for why they should go with this. It can be free shipping forever, never miss a day, right? Like never miss a day kind of thing. You know, like there's a couple of reasons why. Like, you know, if this is something related to like skin, aloe is typically skin, but whatever it is, just whatever. You know, save money on subscription, never forget a bottom, never forget to take it every day, always have smooth skin or whatever the value prop is. So these subscriptions, you'll get a way higher take rate if you kind of sell it to them, give value props there. So Chris, I know we're going to roast yours last, but I'm assuming you don't have it on there.
No, need more
It's going to
value.
skyrocket performance of subscriptions. So
Awesome.
cool. We've got 5 minutes left. Chris, what is the domain?
Fresh chili with an E, co.com. There you go.
Beauty. All right.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Chris, what did we work on? This was a couple years ago now. With just product page.
Oh,
Yeah.
Chris. Dang it, Chris.
Yeah, we did this over about a year and a half or so ago. You guys did actually both. I did both packages with you guys, home and product pages. Yeah. And it's been changed a little bit, obviously, here a little bit. So one thing that we have an older demographic, and one thing that I've really tried to do, um, I'll let you guys roast instead of explaining.
All right, let's cook. Are you selling a farm or are you selling humans?
Telling the
I knew
story.
that, I knew that was coming. Chris was
I like
trying to
it.
set that up so you didn't go there, but yeah.
He was like, we might have made some adjustments since our audit.
And Audit did put a they had an image of a green chili jar of our product. So to Audit's thing,
Yeah, and Chris, you have like the best photos of your chili,
Yeah,
like just drooping over hamburgers and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Like it makes me want to buy like just instantly. So like
yeah.
I get where you're doing with those because I see all your content as well, but just
Right.
seeing that product is
Yeah,
magical.
yeah,
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 also, are you actually selling these freeze dried? Are you
yeah,
selling these peppers?
yeah.
Okay, cool. Good to know. How many you got a lot of SKUs,
A
right?
lot of SKUs. Yeah,
Okay, cool. So I would probably group these because I was like, wait, is this the raw ingredients? Then until I read this extra
yeah, yeah.
tiny text, which is oh, you're gonna
Not
make
12.
oh, this is an H. Oh no, it's an H3. Okay, correct. Cool. Yeah. So that's super confusing. I was just like, wait, what the heck are we selling, right? So
Yeah,
thought we were selling an older demographic, and then I
yeah.
thought we were selling, I don't know if they're bottles, I don't know what they are. I would
Right.
definitely change this up. Hatch green chili. There's text over it. This looks like a forest behind here. I don't really know what this is. So your imagery needs to take a huge step up, Chris.
Awesome.
Copywriting and images are the number, like the best, the biggest needle movers. And your
Okay.
first CPA is to read a story.
Mm-hmm.
We need to get selling. You need a second audit to get that refresh back to where it was.
All right. Sounds good.
So that's a roast. This is good. This announcement bar, it is clickable. To everyone who's still on, make sure that your announcement bar is a hyperlink. I also would recommend having this underlined because people
Okay.
know if something's underlined, you can click on it. This is
Yeah.
the call to action. An announcement bar is an announcement. It's like, hey guys, buy more, save up to 20%. And if people don't want it, cool. But like that's why it's called an announcement bar. You're making an announcement here.
Yeah.
So that is good that you have it that way. Um, Also, this logo is a little big. It's pushing it down. So I would
Mhm.
maybe save yourself like 20 pixels going up. I do like the search bar across. I have been seeing a trend of it. Also, if you have the cross search bar here, if search is a big driver for you on heat map, take a look at your revenue per click here versus others, like versus here
Yeah.
versus down there, and see if this is really converting well with a high revenue per click, make it sticky. So as they
Okay.
scroll, they can always search. That's a big one. So I think we ripped that one. Yeah. So this is what these collections should be looking like. Shop all collections.
Hey Chris,
That's
most of the tests you run are they site wide or is it like product page?
For the heat maps?
I just saw you were kind of running some tests or something like that on some of your
Yeah,
product.
I mean, I think it's both right now. I mean, the other thing too is that we're really investing a lot in SEO too, right?
Yeah.
And so I think SEO and CRO sometimes go back and forth, right? And we need both because we have a very searchable product on Google. And so but yeah, we're kind of I'm doing a lot of different tests right now.
yeah, I was literally going to say, I bet that you have an SEO agency pushing you all over the place at
Right.
the expense of your website performance. I've been a deep SEO for a while.
Yeah.
So these are collections now that I see it,
Yeah.
products, 10 products.
Right.
So honestly, there's a lot of work to be done, brother. But
Awesome.
please, 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 for the love of money, change this up. This is all in H1. This H1 actually for oh no, that's an H2. What? Ooh, tell your SEO agency that you don't have an H1 here.
Okay.
Let them know that.
We could do
I
some
will.
damage here again, Chris. Big
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, yeah. Awesome.
It's rare that I'll pitch, but I think an audit would be high ROI at the moment.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So we got like 2 minutes left. These are looking pretty good. Taylor, Sean, I don't think much to critique here. Pretty simple.
No, I think the only thing that always throws me off with product collections pages when the photo shifts. So when you get to that one that's full bleed down,
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
that one, it makes me stop and be like, okay, what am I buying here? Because it's just not super clear, and it's going to make me click to the product page. Maybe it's not even close to what I wanted.
Right.
They're frozen, but I'm guessing they still come in a bag or
What are
something.
we selling? We have no idea what we're buying. I'm
a
not
bag?
buying one of these. I'm not buying this green hatch, green chili.
Yeah, just seeing the chilies laid out or something in a pile.
Like it's just I'm guessing it's just a big freezer bag of them.
Yeah, so basically, on the frozen, we'll ship it frozen to you and freeze bags.
Where do we find that out?
Yeah, I need to do a better job
That's a big
educating
one.
them.
That's huge. Anything in food category, like even when we have like meal prep companies, we always tell them to show the picture of the packaging, if it's dry ice in there, like what it looks like when it's opened up, because a lot of people are like, was this gonna sit on my doorstep until I get home and it's rotted or what? So
Even
that
if it's not,
be
a lot of
tempting.
people shy away from it because they're like, oh, we don't have like custom packaging. It's like, no, as long as they know what they're getting. I mean, you have that very organic feel to your brand as well, so that helps you in a lot of ways. But yeah, I would definitely lean more into like visualizing the product versus just saying, hey, it's frozen, here's what you're gonna get. Because even visualizing 5 pounds, like fuck, I don't know how many chilies that is. It could be like a jar, it could be a fucking garbage
Yeah.
bag. I don't know.
Yeah, that's good
I have
feedback.
no idea.
With
Last
all
one
that
that I
said,
know we're coming up on time. Please remove quantity selector. Please remove shop pay. Please remove more payment options. I don't need to split test that. I'm sure Sean and Taylor, you agree?
There's certain scenarios where we have customers that are angry when we remove them because they have so many purchases through a certain one. Those scenarios we leave it, but yeah, generally we do remove it.
Yeah, we
And
don't have enough
I've
purchases
never
for
ran a
shop pay.
split test removing these three where, yeah, there might be a lot of people using shop, but you can just go buy and then use shop anyways.
Yeah,
It's
no, it's
useless. Like people aren't gonna buy for shop. It's like I always say this is asking for a kiss and a hug at the same time, which is kind of awkward, right? Like you technically have three here. So 1, 2, 3,
yeah.
4. Yeah, simplify it to just here. So that's pretty much it. I know I do have one coming up. I have one proposal. Team audit and heat map. Why don't we team up and maybe do a little case study around this? I think that'd be
this is
awesome.
what I was just gonna say. I didn't want to throw it out there, but let's dig into heat map. Let's put that with our design and see what we can do.
Yeah.
I think that would be sick. And then Chris can live it up in Green Chili Land. It would be awesome.
All right, sounds
To
good.
everyone, hope this was useful to you guys. A lot of first-time people. Again, my name is Dylan, founder of Heatmap. You can email me, dylan@heatmap.com. Super valuable. If you got value here, I'm happy to just go through and help you guys. Same with audit. They literally will do it for free, give you guys a nice little mock-up kind of thing. Definitely recommend it. That's audit with an ODDIT. A's are out. A's are definitely out. AU's are out. So this was useful, everyone. Hopefully come back. We were on the train that we did one a month of these, but life caught up to all of us, especially summer. So we're gonna be back to doing these more frequently. Appreciate you all. If we can ever help, reach out anytime.
Thanks everyone.
Have a good one, team.
Thank you,
Thanks for
guys.
coming on,
Chris.
Chris.
Appreciate it, man.
Thanks, Chris.